And it really is an interesting challenge to say, okay, where will this drive incremental revenue, incremental opportunity? For instance, if I start selling everything pay by the drink and my traditional licensing drops off a cliff, I may actually have less revenue there. So the way we're thinking about cloud economics is threefold. One was we say to ourselves, what's right for the customer? Where is the market going? So we can't allow ourselves to be constrained in our thinking about our economics, because if we do that, somebody else will come in. The second thing is we're being very rigorous about where do we expect there to be incremental benefits and what would that really look like. So we can actually put together a business case that holds together and at least can be an investment premise. The third thing is there's always ambiguity there. So we have, we call value beliefs. What do I believe? Boom, 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 you know, and if you can go through those and say, clear, 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 not sure about that, let's test that further, it helps you drive the decision from a value perspective or what you believe perspective versus a pure economic perspective. You really had to view it as an enabler and say, what are the pain points in my business? Where are we letting the customer down? Where is there an opportunity to add more value, to extend our reach to more customers? And really focusing around the customer and the current business model has enabled us to get very tangible with what we can do and how we can do it with the cloud versus getting caught up with the cloud could do this, the cloud could do that, which I found was very distracting for a few people. Second thing is I think you want to not just view it from your own company's perspective. The exciting thing for us is the ability to modularize some of the things we're doing. We have a lot of software partners in my business that build some of the applications that sit on top of the hardware. Our ability to connect with them now and be more agile and quicker in developing offerings and refining those offerings is very exciting. An analogy I would use, if I sell you a piece of equipment, you'll probably hang on to that for at least 7 years. I think about it, if I bought a TV and I was going to hang on to a TV for 7 years, the TV's the TV. But if you buy my device, I can keep adding now applications and capability on top of it. It's like you bought a black and white TV and a year later I say, hey, you can have color. A year later I say you can have high definition. A year later I said you can have internet connectivity on this with Netflix. You know, and a year later I do 3D. I can do that with my hardware now with the software capability that you have in the cloud, because I couldn't afford in the past to send my rep back. I couldn't excite him enough with the commissions we paid him to go back in and sell software. But now with this capability to reach out and upgrade things, there's a real ability to add value over time to an existing asset I've already sold you. And that's exciting to the customer, and it's exciting to us because that will drive more value. The third thing is just, be pragmatic. I thought back to, when the internet first came out, everybody got caught up with, there's all these exciting new business models. And a few came out, like eBay, Amazon, et cetera. But where the vast majority of the companies made money is they said, I could put up a website, and I can look a lot bigger than I looked before. And I can reach a lot more customers selling the same darn products I sold before, right? Or with slight add-ons to that. I think there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that can be had, and I think you just have to be a little bit cautious about you get so caught up in going for something out here that you're not capturing that low-hanging fruit. And that low-hanging fruit is what will drive your near-term performance and your ability to invest in the longer term. As a corporate strategy officer was a consolidation of our research and development organizations, but we still have multiple organizations around the environment there. So one of the keys to us with this task force was to say, let's get the right people in the room so we're not doing something over here that's replicating and duplicating, nor does it get in competition with one another. And there's a little bit of, we like to invent things here, and here is not just Xerox, but here is here versus here. So that's what we're trying to, in particular in this situation, really tear down the walls on, because with the speed at which the market can go and the speed at which we want to move, we cannot afford to have resources going off in a disaggregated fashion.